Panlos, Lunatic Hospital. Part 8. Bag 2 continued. So hello and welcome to Square Ghost. Kev here, and as you can see we have started part 8 and the continuation of bag 2, and we are working on our stairs up to the next level. Now I know there's 2 parts to the stairs. This is the first part. We just made up a little plate. You can just about see the claws that go into the round stutters, and then the stairs just click on top, and it's looking pretty good, but we've got loads to build up on it, and I just wanted to show you the state of play when we started. So I hope you can see we're building up the rails of the stairs. We've got some more pipes, we've got that connect to that black piece you can see there with the 2 here and here, and that just connects the tubes, if you like, the pipes. Another 2, and then the claws click on top. Sorry for fast cam. We have been building up our stairs. I think you can see there, they're quick, nice. The claws will fit to the top there, and then we just go all the way down, and then it will fit, I believe, there. So we'll get them together and I will give it a shot of when it's installed. So I hope you can see we've got our rails on, and I've spent a few times with a couple of collapses here because the actual poles themselves do not fit in the little claws. Obviously it's on an angle from the top to the bottom, and then I had the inspirational moment of suddenly realizing they're not supposed to click in, they just follow it down, they're just giving it the angle and they rest on top. And I've looked at the plans, and when you look carefully it is very deceptive because you can't really tell whether they're pressed in or not unless you look right down here. And if you look at the plans on the bottom 2, you can see they are resting and not clipped in. Can't say I really like it from a build point of view, but at least I know what I'm doing. I know we're going to make another set for the other side at some point, and I ain't going to have to fiddle about it like I did last time. So let's get it installed. And there you have it installed, and it's not as straightforward as it looks. It clicks on the top stud here across the top. The space, you can see the opposite, the other side, it fits inside. It's a real tight fit. So when that ends in, you really have to bend your stairs basically to make it to fit in. Once it's in, it's fine, but getting it in is a little bit difficult, and I had the rails fall off and everything. Then it's a matter of getting things to line up, and as you can see there's a definite gap at the bottom. Nothing we can do. I've tried twiddling it, I've tried to adjust the height of the claws. It is what it is. It looks okay, and I'm going to be honest and truthful, the bad thing about this set, or one of the negatives, is when it's built up you're not going to really see the insides of this set, which is going to be an absolute travesty. We'll come more to that later. At least the steps, the first set of steps, are in. And there you go, we have both sets of steps installed. Yes, it was fiddly. Yes, it was not ideal. You push, things come off. Then if I'm honest and truthful, the last piece here, I put the wrong length bloody tubes on. My fault, nobody else's, mine. But we sorted, we got it back on, we persevered, we took our time, and if you look down like that, that's a nice little shot for the stairs, isn't it? So with that, we're going to carry on with the rest of the build. I think we're going to do something outside. So this seems like another good place to show you what's been happening. And if you can't guess already, we've turned the actual building around So this would be the front desk inside. If you can see at the top, if I just do a quick, there's the sign that, you know, that it says front desk or whatever. But anyway, and we built up and around the window. Lovely side decoration. We started from the bottom with these bricks here and built up, as you can see. Nice columns, square and round. We've got recesses in the actual brick here. That's a long brick, but with a recess in, which looks nice. Same the other side. You can look at that, and that looks fantastic. Then, as I say, we've just built between the windows with the columns, and then we've put these little arches on top. That looks pretty good. Needs to press that one down a little bit, but it's done. There you go. And then we finished off with these little slopes on top. Nice and steady, no rush in this build. Everything's gone together okay. I don't know if you can quite see, probably not. In between the arches, there's the clear L shapes, 1x4. They're clear. You can just about see. They're not clear, but it does enough. They were fitted in front, and I believe now we've done that, if I can come across now so you can get the actual look of it, we're now going to do the doors. So here we are, and as you can see, we are building up the door frame as such. It's a standalone build. It will go into the Lunatic Hospital later. You can see the masonry bricks, ordinary bricks. We've got two lights that go on, a little claw thing that just clicks there. That looks quite nice. Now, I was originally gonna show you this just before the doors are added, but I've had a problem, so I thought, you know, go on, Kim, show the viewers what you're doing. This 1x10, 1x12, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1x12. So 1x12, a black 1x12. Fits on fine with the holes, no problems at all, it fits. When I came to fit, especially this one here, it would not go. I managed to get the middle 1x2 with the struts on the side on first. That one then fitted on okay, the 1x4 there, which still left me with this one. So basically lined it up, hit it with a marking hammer, and it went on, and it's solid as a pie. Then we just remounted it back to the frame. Well, I just wanted to show you that because we're about to put things in front, and then you don't really understand that it's those sort of bricks with a strut on the side that a plate can hang to. That's why I brought it to your attention. Let's get it on. And that really is where I wanted to show you, where I was going to video at this particular point in this part 8. But as you can see, with the actual tiles, you can't see beneath, so you really wouldn't have had an idea, so that's what I did. But anyway, I'm not going to show you the rest of the build. These are printed tiles, they are not stickers, and it just says Madhouse, as you can see. Nice tight fits, really tight. If any, clutch power just a little bit more than Lego, but like I say, it went on, it's looking good. And now we are about to get the doors on, I believe. So without further ado, on we go. So you can see there we have just made up a door. There's another one of these to come. Sorry for the glare. These are printed tiles ready. I just wanted to show you before it actually went on. I've just turned it round. You can see the Madhouse is the opposite side, and they fit to the little claws on this one. Then we'll have a mirror image that I would in theory think will fit to the other. So let's do the business. I will just say, there you go, nothing special to show you there, just the round click-ons that click to the hooks, the bar little things, and then covered with them nice half round things. So I've started with no flash here in case there's any bug there, and as you can see, we've made up our first door place. The doors are in place, the decorative tiles there that are pressed on, printed tiles I should say, are in place. You can just about see the handles, and I will turn it round and then I'll get some light on and then show you what's happening. So here I am again with the flash on this time, and it does bring everything out that little bit better, so I'm good for that. Look at the reflection in the actual stepping stones for the door, that you can actually see the plate. That looks pretty good to me. Like I was saying, I have got a little tale to tell. Doors are all on now. Look, and everything looks fine. Building up quite simply, as you saw. You see me put the I showed you the actual door itself before we actually put on. When I actually put this first door on, I did something really silly. I put the door on backwards. In other words, the rail was this side, so the printed plates were this side. Easy enough to pull off, I can hear you say. Pull it out your claws, turn it round. Oh no. When you tried to pull it out, the entire section disassembled. It took me a few minutes to get it back together. I did it. And then what does Kev do? What does Square Ghost do? He puts the door back on the same way as he did the first time. Yep. Absolute chaos. I had to pull it off again. At least this time I didn't have to make it up so much. And as you can see, I made sure when I put the second part on, it was in the right place. But that was it really. It was all my own doing. There was no problem with the set. Everything holds together nicely. As you can see with that, it looks pretty good. I'm really happy. And we're going to start to do some outside decoration, I think. So I hope you can see we've just made up one of those side pieces, those pillar pieces, rounds the actual slot piece down the middle there, look, on the top, and it is going to connect. I thought it was doing outside decoration. It shows how doo-doo I am. It connects to this side of the door and it will stick on that stud there, so we'll get that in. We build one the other side, the mirror image, and then it does go into the set before we do the side decoration. So the columns are on the outside, as you can see. We've got our cameras up and ready. Nice little build once I've figured out which way around they went. God, I'm getting worse. I've turned our unit round, as you can see, our building, and it's about to go in across here somewhere. So I will just quickly, just so as you can just see the ends of the ends that I've put on there, just so as you can see. Wanted you to just, you know, can see it. Let's get it in now. So it is in, but oh, what a faff. Now, this side sort of clipped in okay, everything bedded down. This side, and I'm talking about this 2x2 here, running down, it's not even seated correctly. Look, I'm going to have a look at that. Something's not quite right. It doesn't want to line up. I will have a fiddle, but as you can see, it is in. Right, let's see if we can get that bottom piece connected. So I flipped it around, as you can see, and I found out what the problem is. It's all done and dusted. Where I'm pointing here, not this exact section, but behind here, there was a 1 by say 6 light grey pole, not the dark one, and it was about a millimetre or just over a millimetre that it wasn't seated correctly. It was sticking up, and that was throwing everything out of line and out of kilter. It was very, very hard to knock in. I did need the marking hammer. I couldn't get the hammer in, so I had to put a brick on top to hammer the other brick down, if that makes any sense. But it's down. As soon as I did it, believe me or believe me not, first time, put that brick on. That's the brick there, the very one. And you can see it's down, it's flat, it's okay. Right, let's quickly get on it. We're not that far away from the end of this section. So this is a very, very quick one. We've just made this frame. You can see the actual shape of it. You've got some sort of fire hydrant or something at the door. and it's going to go right to the back of the door just in front of it. So without further ado, let's get that on. And there you have it. That is the end of part 8 and the second part of part 2, with another 3 to come. I will quickly run you through it. We started off with our stairs. As you can see, they're both up and running, which really looks nice and good. We then built up some more sides here, and then really to sum up, we did the door section, which we featured quite prominently on. I think it looks really good. I think when you look at it like that, absolutely brilliant. What we have done since, if I can just turn it around, is we've put these lovely pillars in, these decorative pillars. One stage of here I had a little bit missing, where I had forgot to put in the 1x2 above the big slopes that you can see. I actually forgot to put them in, couldn't see it for a while. You walk away, you come back, you see it straight away. What the hell have I done? Just missing them out. Anyway, put them in, absolutely perfect, no problem. It just shows no good rushing. And as I turn this round nice and gently, you're going to see, there you go, another view. And you can see from the windows we've gone across now, we've got all this lovely decorative work. Sorry for the fast cam. Same over the other side. You've got to be honest, I did it that way, I'll do it this way now. It looks pretty good to me. It really does. And then we finished off with the side. I think it was the other side, but it doesn't really matter. And that was the end of this stage. It was really nice. It was stressful is the wrong word. Working out what to do, how to get the door into position. And like I say, once I'd got the piece inside down that millimetre shorter, everything went into place. The top piece went into place. Everything was as it should be. And you know, I'm really, as I said, I knew this would be an epic build. I've said it all along, it'll be an epic build, and by God, it is an epic build. And I'll be looking forward to part number 9 tomorrow. We're almost into double figures, which is super duper duper. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed where we've got to so far, and I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow's as well. And if you have liked this little video, please give us a thumbs up. Yes, hit that like button for me, and don't be forgotten to drop a few comments in the box. It'll be interesting to what anybody's got to say about this set. And if you want to follow us tomorrow on to that part 9 of this, it will be the third part of bag 2, then all you have to do is click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Anybody who's watched this little video so far, thanks very much for watching. Always appreciate that. Anybody who takes the time to watch this or any other of my videos. And I hope, like I said, to see you all tomorrow with the next part. With that, you know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I will see you all on the flip side.